Keep the fire burning. Can you say it like you heard me?
Keep the fire burning.
Say it again.
Keep the fire burning.
Keep the fire burning. Revival doesn't have a time limit, a time frame, but church program have a time frame. Keep the fire that you have received burning. The worst thing that can happen to anybody is to lose what they have gotten. The worst thing that can happen to somebody is to get something and then lose it after you have gotten it. So if you quench the fire, you are actually deactivating the source of you remaining alive. So for you to die is for you to kill the fire. Continue burning. Let it burn until Jesus will come. Because the Lord spoke to me this morning and said, let the fire not go down. God has blessed you with all kinds of spiritual gifts, with all kinds of revival, personal and collectively we have been revived. Now you go back to those things which you have vowed that you are not going to go back to. You have made God's investment a waste. And anytime an investment is a waste, the person who has invested can sue the person who wasted that investment. This year, don't allow God to sue you to court of heaven. Keep the fire burning. So this year, consecration, the fire was invested in us. Therefore, you need to keep it burning. You need to keep it burning. The fire you have received, you need to keep it burning, because no matter what you do, if the fire quench, then you remain in a state of comatose. If you allow the fire to quench, then you are dead, because the fire is what activates. The fire is what put grace in you. The fire is what makes the Spirit of God to be in you. Do you know the priest does not sleep? By this duty God has given him, there was no time. He said, the fire shall continually burn before me. It shall never go down. Therefore the priest will lose his sleep. Why? Because the fire was symbolic. As that fire was burning, Israel will be burning as a nation before God. The fire that is burning now, don't put it off, because it will bring you before God to stand. And when you pray, God hears you. Because when the fire is out, you cannot contact God, because God is a consuming fire. It is fire that interacts with fire. Every spiritual activity you have done in these 21 days has produced fire, but it's also producing ashes. I don't know if you are catching me. Now, this fasting, you have fasted 21 days. You might be very tired. Your body might be weak. You might want to rest. But please, don't allow your resting to deprive you of your duty to continually look at the fire frame, so that it burns, so that your life will not go out. Don't take the ashes like the fire, because these ashes, they have a power to quench your fire. What are the ashes? There are some people that you have burnt out by this fasting and prayer. There are some friends you are burnt out in this fasting and prayer. There are some bad characters you are burnt out in this fasting and prayer. There are some prayerlessness you are burnt out in this fasting and prayer. There are some people who don't like you. You have burnt them out in this fasting and prayer. The Lord said, take them out and throw them away. Activity is not intimacy. You can be active doing God a service, and yet it's not his will. You can be run around in the church. You serve in that department, you are in this department, you are in that department, you are jack of all trade, full of activity but no intimacy. You are living a critical and dangerous life, because intimacy is what God wants. It is intimacy that will keep the fire burning, not activity. If you like, carry mass, carry English, serve catechist, be a altar boy, be a altar boy, be a altar girl, be a PA to pastor, be a PA to original, be a prayer warrior to original. That is activity. It's only intimacy that will give you a pass mark. Paul did not say that I may work for him. He said that I may know him and the power of his resurrection. When you get intimate with God, activity is no longer a problem, because your intimacy will show you what you will do for God. You'll be spent and burnt out to God. Am I preaching to somebody here? And be available to God to use, but you might not be the right person God wants to use. So don't get yourself involved in activity. Get yourself involved in intimacy. Let God fill you. Don't quench the Spirit of God. Don't quench it. Paul said, quench not the Spirit, whereby you are sealed until the day of redemption. Let the fire burn. If you have left smoking, don't go back to smoke. If you have left fornication, don't go back to fornicate. If you have left bad friends, don't go back to them. Let your fire keep burning, so that God will make you a fire to your generation. God will make you the thing that you want to be. Allow one person to quench your fire. Don't allow your friend to quench your fire. Don't allow your wife to quench your fire. Don't allow your husband to quench your fire. Tell yourself, this year I have received fire, and that fire must remain in me until the glorious day. Nothing can stop it, because God is looking for people who he will fire on and to refire them. Because if you carry fire and you maintain the fire, you shall be refired. Vision came to me, and in that vision I was carrying these matches, though a bigger one. Now I saw the Lord showing me something. Now watch. This is a stick of matches, right? Now watch. Since this matches, or this stick of matches, carries this head, I don't know what it's made of. This place is inflammable, right? But it cannot set itself on fire until it comes in contact with this part of this matchbox that inflates it, which is a proportion of iron sharpened iron. So also a man sharpened the countenance of his friend. You might be the matchstick, somebody might be the matchbox. Know those who ignite you. Know those who set you on fire. Don't go and be discussing with somebody every day Chelsea, every day Man U, every day Chelsea, every day Man U, every day Chelsea. Then you become a red devil and a gunner. Get you. Listen. Now watch. Church, look. What happened? What happened? There's a fire. Are you seeing it or you're not seeing it? There's a fire. It will keep burning, right? Watch. I've taken 3 sticks. Now, watch. This is 3 sticks, not 1 now. What happened? This fire and that fire, which one is bigger? This one, because what? There are 3. Now watch. Fire begins to burn. Now watch. If anything happens to you, you must know what is a fire quencher. Get away from fire extinguisher. Let me take this match now, and throw in this water. And the match forgets who he is and begin to, please, let them get this in. And then he begins to swim. I carry fire. Chamoku, 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 chamoku. Nothing they pan. Chamoku, chamo. Ame chamoku, chamo. Ame chamoku, chamo. Ame chamoku. When you finish swimming and you come out, and you do like this, what will happen? Is there any fire coming out? Why? it has met with a fire extinguisher. This year, may God take you away from fire extinguishers. May you run away from fire extinguishers.
Amen.
There are people who will come to try you to see all this 21 days fire, whether you will carry it, and then they will come with their water, and you will say, no, I'm a fire. You light your matches, nothing works. Nothing works. Nothing works. This year, make sure your fire burn. Keep it burning to the glorious day. Don't allow one bottle of beer to collect the Holy Ghost from you. Don't allow one person to collect the Holy Ghost from you. Because if the Holy Ghost is taken, you are gone.